When things get hard, that's where most people break. That's where the excuses start crawling in like shadows, telling you to stop, to rest, to take it easy, to come back tomorrow. That's the moment when your mind starts whispering that you've done enough, that maybe you're not built for this, that maybe it's just not your time. But that's the lie that keeps people average. That's the voice that has killed more dreams than failure ever could. When things get hard, that's not the time to stop. That's the time to double down, to dig deeper, to become something that pain can't touch. Because the truth is, everything you want, everything you claim to be chasing, lives on the other side of that hardship. When it gets hard, you've got to understand that the difficulty is not punishment, it's preparation. The world isn't against you, it's testing you. It's asking one question: how bad do you want it? How much are you willing to suffer for what you say you want? Because anyone can want success when it's convenient. Anyone can chase dreams when it's easy. But the real ones, the rare ones, the few who separate from the pack, they stay in the fight when it gets uncomfortable. They don't run from the fire, they walk into it, because they know that the fire doesn't destroy them. It forges them. You can't grow in comfort. You can't become resilient sitting in a warm room, sipping on comfort, waiting for motivation to come. Growth only happens when your back is against the wall, when your lungs are screaming, when you're staring at the edge of quitting. That's the place where transformation happens. But most people never get there because they stop as soon as the pain shows up. They think pain is the signal to quit. Pain is not the signal to stop, it's the signal that the process is working. It means you're right where you're supposed to be. You have to stop thinking that the struggle means something is wrong. The struggle means you're alive. It means you're fighting for something. It means you've stepped outside the limits that comfort tried to build around you. You don't find your power when things are easy. You find it when things fall apart and you're still standing, still swinging, still refusing to bow down. That's the moment that defines you. That's the moment that separates the ones who talk from the ones who live it. When it gets hard, most people look for a way out. You've got to be the one who looks for a way through. You've got to train your mind to see the hard times not as setbacks, but as proving grounds. Every rep, every failure, every rough day, it's shaping you into something unbreakable. You're building armor that no setback can pierce, but you have to be willing to stay in it long enough to let that transformation happen. Most quit too early. They don't even realize how close they were. They tap out one moment before they would have broken through. This world doesn't hand out greatness, it demands it. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're hurting, if you had a rough childhood, if no one believed in you. It only respects consistency, effort, and heart. And that's what you've got to give every single day, especially when things get hard. Because that's the part that counts. That's the part that makes you. The easy days don't define you. The hard ones do. You've got to stop wishing it was easier and start wishing you were tougher. Stop asking for comfort and start asking for strength. Because strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from doing what you thought you couldn't. Every time you face a wall and refuse to back down, you take a piece of weakness and replace it with power. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you build a version of yourself that no one can touch. There's no shortcut to mental toughness. You've got to earn it. You've got to bleed for it. You've got to suffer for it. You've got to put yourself through hell so you can walk through anything. And when you do, you realize something powerful. The hard times were never there to stop you. They were there to reveal you, to show you who you really are beneath the layers of doubt and fear. That's why you can't run from the pain. You've got to meet it head on. You've got to look it in the face and say, "You will not break me." When it gets hard, that's your invitation to rise. That's your chance to see what's really inside you. You think you're tired, but your body's got more. You think you've given everything, but your mind's holding back reserves. You think you're done, but you're nowhere near done. That's what the hard moments teach you, that you're more capable, more powerful, more relentless than you ever imagined. But you'll never know that if you keep running from difficulty. You've got to take pride in the grind. You've got to find beauty in the suffering, because that's where character is born. That's where resilience is built. The people who endure the most are the ones who become the strongest. They don't cry about the pain, they use it. They channel it, they let it sharpen their focus. They use every setback as fuel to go harder. That's how you win, not by avoiding the hard days, but by mastering them. When things get hard, you either crumble or you create. You either surrender or you evolve. You decide which one you'll be. You decide whether the pain will define you or refine you. You decide whether this moment will break you down or build you up, because in the end, it's not about the hardship, it's about your response. The pain is temporary. The struggle is temporary. But what you build in that process lasts forever.